I can't figure out which way this camera is facing. There we go. Hey. Hey. I look so washed out on YouTube. I'm like pale as a freaking ghost. I'm so pale. Hey. Oh, that is weird. On TikTok, I can't see. And oh, there we go. I was going to say, on TikTok, I can't see anything. But it just fixed itself, so I can. I look like a freaking ghost on TikTok. I mean, on YouTube. I don't know what's going on. So. Hey, everybody. How is everybody? Everybody good? So, I woke up and I did not get to bed till 2 in the afternoon. No, I don't know. I have no idea. No, I didn't get to bed till 2 in the afternoon. I had to get my husband up at 9, and then I had to go to a doctor's appointment at 1:30. I didn't get to bed till a little after 2, and I slept till a whole whopping 7:30. So I've not had a whole lot of sleep. Not had a whole lot of sleep. My throat hurts. I'm very, very overstimulated as usual. You haven't seen me in forever. I'm here. I'm always here. I'm here every day on YouTube. Sorry. All right, I'm back. Yeah, I'm good. Oh, I got my pills changed, so I got my pills changed. Everything's good. Yes, they're freshwater fish tanks. There's a bunch of them back there. I'm good. Who got caught? The title of my YouTube right now is Caught. And people want to know who got caught. Apparently I got caught. Apparently I got caught. At least that's what somebody would like you to believe. But there's definitely some very strange things going on that I woke up to. Yeah, I woke up to some really weird shit. So I figured we'd talk about it. Why not? If I've been caught, let's talk about it. I love being caught. I love being very confused when I'm caught. But I would absolutely love to discuss why I was caught. So something very, very bizarre happened today. Very bizarre. And things are always quiet except for when they're not behind the scenes. So this morning, before I went over to my doctor and everything, I was up last night, whatever. The days are blurring. I keep a very odd schedule. And I wake up this morning, as in an hour ago, to screenshots on a post of a pathetic little dweller that the post itself only has 300 views and 1 like. Nobody's seeing her content, and that's why she uses me. She pokes me so that she can get content, and that's okay. She can't post anything that's worth looking at, so she has to try to antagonize me into speaking about her so that she actually gets content and views. Because if you go to her actual page, she doesn't get views, and when she does get them, nobody pays attention. She has no engagement on her posts. So she's going to poke me. But I want to talk about something pretty specific in these particular posts. I look like I'm in between dimensions. Nice. So, I wake up this morning and I got this thing. And I'm gonna show you guys the screenshots, because why the fuck not? Because when somebody's caught, the first thing they do is talk about it, right? They defend themselves. Okay? It's Thea. It's always Thea. All right. Look, I've said a million times over the past few days. I mean, like, at this point, I have messaged this girl. I have shown that I've messaged this girl. I have shown that I have told her on multiple occasions to leave me alone. Multiple. I told you guys that the other day she literally messaged me on 2 separate accounts. One to throw Brandy, and I think it was Brandy and Dawn and Kendall under the bus and immediately block me. And then another one to throw them over onto the bus again, and then have some weird little tit for tat with me in the inbox, and then block me again. And she sent her daughter after me for the second time. So I put on there in the thing where I said, here's the deal. So according to her, she's not going to show any proof she has except to a judge. She's not going to show it to me. She's not going to show it to TikTok. She's not going to show it to anybody. She's only going to show it to a judge. Right there tells me, if you ain't got it shit to show, stop talking about it. Because if you can't put up or shut up, then shut the fuck up. Because if you got all this shit on me, fucking show it, princess. Because I've ran my background report. I know exactly how fucking clean I am. I know how fucking clean I am. Okay. So when you're like, I have all this information on you and I'll show it to the judge, I won't show it to anybody else. Because you ain't got shit. Because anybody who's ever ran my background report knows I ain't got shit. So I would love to know what exactly is you think you have. Okay, number one, because you don't. Because if you did, you'd show it. Because see, you're all about showing receipts, doing the work. As you always say, you got receipts. Show them. All of them. Show them. Tag me in them. Stick my fucking head on them. I don't care. Show them, because you ain't got shit. There's nothing. I've never done anything. I've never been arrested. I have never nothing. Okay. My fucking record is clean as a fucking whistle. And she knows it. So she puts out there this bullshit that that she has shit on me. She doesn't. I mean, I could literally show you my own background report, but I'm gonna let her do it. She's got all the deets. The burden of proof is not that I do not have the burden of proof. She does. So let's see it. You want to say you have shit on me? Fucking show it. I'm not hiding. I don't need to hide. I will never hide. Ryan, I watch you on the low, but I don't really watch, I guess. I'm called a fan, but your honesty and opening up about your mental, and you explain exactly how it happened. So I'll give you a thumbs up. Awesome. I appreciate that. So here's the weird thing. So there's some really weird things going on with this. So I know nobody listens to her, but I want to talk about a few things that's very frustrating in what she made. Because in the thick of things, she is a nobody. She knows she's a nobody. And she knows that whenever she doesn't have views, if she pokes at me, I'll give her the views. And I fall for it every time. I'm aware of that. Just so everybody knows, I'm fully well aware that I give her the time that she so desperately wants. But there is a sick narrative in this particular screenshot she put that I do want to talk about. And I also want to point out a couple of really weird things. So she keeps talking about everything is public record. Damn straight, baby cake, which is why my record is clean as a fucking whistle. You can't say the same, but I can. And you keep putting out this shit that you supposedly have on me. You keep putting out there these lies that I've done something that I've not done. Do you know what that is? You know what that is. It's called defamation. Because you keep putting out there that I've done shit that I've not done, and you have no receipts, and you absolutely refuse to post those receipts. I've done fuck all nothing, and you know this. You think that you try to have me ass over barrel, that you think you got me scared. My background report is fucking spotless. Other than when I don't even know if my speeding tickets are even on my record, because they never actually went to court or anything. So my husband's got some. He's a fucking truck driver. The man drives all day, every day, 70 hours a week for work. Yeah, he's got some speeding tickets. Suck it. I don't care. I got bankruptcies and they're on my report. Suck it. I don't care. So here's the problem. So she says that she's got, that things are public record. Show them. Fucking show them. Quit running your fucking cocksucker and say it. You say you got proof. I got the receipts. Show them. Fucking show them. You can't. 100%. You know you can't. That's why you keep running around. Now, here's the kicker. This is the weird part. I want y'all to sit down. I'm going to tell you a little story. So this morning, I go on about Sarah UK, right? And then after Sarah UK, I talk about Sarah Pinkett. Now, I want y'all to pay attention. Because this is fucking weird. Okay? This morning, I go on about Sarah Pinkett. By the way, I'm on Ryan Lee TM on YouTube. She's going to try to knock this down. I'm on Ryan Lee TM on YouTube. She is going to try to knock this down. So this morning, I start putting out information on Sarah Pinkett and how the fact that she put out there about the narrative with my kid, that she put out there with absolutely, again, no proof at all, put out there that I systematically abused my adopted daughter, that I put in jail. That you can see on my playlist, ryan.lee.tm, she went to jail for what she did to me. I had a restraining order for what she did to me. That she lost her son because of the videos in that fucking feed, and more, okay? But she wanted to say that I systematically abused my adopted daughter, and that I neglected my grandson and put him into foster care, which I can't even do legally. The fuck? Anyway, so I talked about the fact that she put this on no merit with no proof at all. Because again, my record is clean. Hers is not. You can go look at her multitude of mugshots. Anyways, and I talked about the fact that Sarah had been really shady and had messaged Veda Jade asking Veda how to get Brandy's live knocked down. I have never in a live ever said the words Veda Jade. I have never said the words Veda Jade in a live or on a video or anything until this morning when I talked about the fact that Sarah Pinkett was shady and she messaged Veda Jade and she was like, how do I get Brandy's live taken down that I was on? Okay. And then she unsent the messages. You can go watch Veda Jade's channel. She put a whole video on it. She put a whole fucking video on it. Okay. Fast forward to today. And Thea is talking about talking about Veda Jade. Why, sis? All of a sudden you're connecting me to Veda when I didn't talk about Veda till this morning with Sarah Anderson. That's weird. That's weird. I have never mentioned Veda until literally this morning, and now you're pressed about Veda. Weird, definitely strange. Was talking to Sarah. Maybe you're a little guilty. I don't know. Little weird. You said that I was caught creating a narrative that that because I know you're not RM. Okay, first of all, let's be abundantly clear. You can go back in my videos because you love to do it, so let's do it. Okay, so what I said in all those videos is we are very well aware that my friend absolutely thinks you are RM. I personally do not think you're smart enough to be RM. Personally, that's just me. Just me. Now, everything for you has been tied up in a bow. Like, here's the deal. Either Midnight is completely brilliant and is giving us Thea in a box, or Thea is completely fucking stupid and has delivered herself in a box. Because it all does nail down to Thea. It does. 100%. 1,000%. It does nail down to her. However, in my message, by the way, she's saying that I'm putting out a narrative she is. I'm telling you right now, you are hand-delivered as Midnight. Here's the deal. Again, I put out to her, if you don't want to be considered as Midnight to the world, not just me. There's a ton of people saying this. Lots of people saying this. I gave her an idea and I said, look, Clark Kent and Superman can't be in the same room. So when Resident goes live, go live. Show you're not like literally, like we can clear your name. We can clear your name. Funny, neither one of them have been fucking live since. Neither one of them have been live since that I'm aware of. Anyway, I have never definitively, ever, go back and look. I have never definitively said you're midnight. I said it all adds up and looks like it's in your favor, and it's up to you to clear your name, and you haven't. I don't think you can. I don't think you can personally, because you haven't tried. In 6 months of this rumor going around, you have never once tried to clear your name. We've all asked you to clear your name. You refuse to do it. What does that tell me? That you can't. Now go ahead and clear your name. Go ahead. I'll eat crow. You guys know this. But for me to say that I'm creating a narrative because I know you're not RM, nobody knows, because you won't do it. You won't do it. We've asked you to go live the same time as midnight. You won't. So do I know you're not them? No. Do I know you are? No. Do I know that your name is written on that box with a bow on it? Yeah. If you look at their post, you look at your post, you see the way they spiral, you see the way she spirals, you see the way that they fixate, you see the way you fixate, you see the fucking timestamps. It's delivered, okay? So either they are doing a bang up job of putting the blame on you, and they are extremely brilliant, good job, or it's you. It's not hard. So do yourself a favor. Do yourself a favor and clear your name. Okay, it's not up to me or anybody else to clear your name. If you don't want somebody to say something that's not true, which none of us do, then clear your name. If you don't make those steps to clear your name, do not come blaying it at us because your name is not cleared. I'm on Ryan Lee TM on YouTube, as I am every night for when this live does probably get kicked, because she does not want me ever talking about her, although she does beg me for content. She's had 2 posts of me. Again, you guys, this is ridiculous. I have asked her repeatedly. She has sent her daughter after me twice. I told her daughter to fucking leave me alone. She has messaged me twice in the past 2 days and then blocks me. I have told her repeatedly to leave me alone. She does not understand that when I say leave me alone, I'm fucking serious. She keeps putting fucking content out at me. I've told her to fucking stop. She's not. So when I'm tired of this, but the part that the irritating part is that she put in there, the part that I want to talk about is she keeps putting on in her videos, and this is the second or third one now, that I'm not a victim, that I've created this problem, I've created these issues, and I spun a narrative with my daughter. Bitch, prove I did. Prove I did. Because my playlist is not I didn't have to make a story. Okay? State of Kentucky did that for me. There's no story to be spun, because I, unlike you, come with fucking facts. I came with the fucking mugshot. I came with all the fucking charges on her. I came with the fact that I have a clear background that you keep saying I don't. Okay? So you keep saying that you have proof, fucking show it. And for you to say to a victim that they're not a victim, and for you to blame the victim for the fact that they were abused, is fucking disgusting. You say that you're for the truth. You say that you're for victims. But then when you don't like somebody, they're no longer a victim and they've caused their fucking abuse. And that is disgusting. That is 100,000% disgusting that you think it's okay to victim blame someone with oodles of fucking proof. Thea.
Thank you.
Because if you keep saying that you got all this proof and you'll only show it to a judge, show it here. You want to run your fucking cocksucker on these platforms and say how much proof you have, fucking put up or shut up. Put up or shut up. So I'm tired of hearing it. I'm tired of waking up every morning to, well, at the same time, should I care? She's putting out posts that get 300 views all day, no engagement. Nobody's actually looking at them, reading them, liking them, sharing them, nothing. And she knows this. So she knows if she pokes at me, she'll get the attention she needs so she can get a few more followers she doesn't have to buy. Which, by the way, she's very upset about the fact I said that she buys followers. I can't prove she does it.
Well, wait a minute, because here's the thing, though. She does the same things as me, but I, at no time, have responded back. After we responded the very first time about the stalking and the video that hit outside, my home, we talked about her maybe one time after that. Since then, that woman, for the last however many, 6, 7, 8 months now, has made continuous videos about me every single day, multiples at a time. And today's one was the most bizarre I think I've seen, because I put out a video today showing that Christy Blanchard 100% did keep me from going on the Banfield show. And in my lawsuit, they are suing me because they have loss of income opportunities. I have never once cost them an opportunity at any effing time. But they have, however, cost me earning potential, and not even just on her stuff, all my stuff. Because when Gypsy Rose put out a freaking hit on my head, calling me tyrannical and asking for all of my platforms to be taken down, I had 20,000 followers on my original GWN. And I made that 20,000 followers in one effing month. I started with nothing and got to 20,000. And then they took it from me, and I got it back. And then they took it from me again. And they have taken any time that I have ever been given any opportunity to be somewhere to talk about them in a professional way. I don't go on podcasts and behave the way that I do on my freaking personal lives. I act professional. You can see that by my interview with Miss Tasha K that has over 10 million freaking views on it. Obviously, somebody wants to hear from me. But she decides when I make my video today, showing not only did Christy actually write the letter into them, but Katie Joy released that was in fact why they pulled my segment. It wasn't about Epstein. It was because Christy Blanchard told them to do it. And if they didn't, they would not ever participate with News Nation again. And they've done this over and over again with different productions, with different people, including and up to Darla Petrie, who was not allowed to go for the premiere of Gypsy's Revenge and stuff because Christy didn't like her. So I put this up today, not thinking anything about Thea. And Thea makes an entire video talking about how I'm lying about why I came to TikTok. Everyone knows why I came to TikTok. I've said it 1,000 freaking times why I came to TikTok. I came to TikTok because you fucking got the Banfield show, and I was mad. And she's like, yeah, you came to TikTok for financial gain. Who gives a shit if I make money on TikTok? This is a business, and I'm running it. So, Thea, what the fuck is your point?
Yeah, that's another thing is she always talks about how she has these right now she's saying she's doing a little bit of extortion, to be honest. She's like, don't make me release the video. Don't make me release the video.
Yeah, that's what she's always done to me.
I'm sorry, that's like extortion. Like, I don't know if it's by definition extortion, but it's pretty fucking close.
Been able to produce for the last 6 months, she has never, ever been able to produce one piece of evidence on any claim that she ever has made. You said I didn't go to the military? I showed you exactly. I was in the freaking military. You don't want to call me a vet because I didn't finish? I don't care. It doesn't matter. If I had stayed in even a few more months, I still would have had veteran status, whether I ever served outside of basic training or not. I got injured. That doesn't mean that I didn't serve in the military. That doesn't mean I have stolen valor. I posted that shit for you guys. No, I'm not going to post my DD-214. No fucking person on the world that's worked in the military knows we should never, ever. In fact, they tell us, don't ever get anybody. Just so you guys know.
I just want to let you guys know, like I said, I am on Ryan Lee TM on YouTube. She's already flagged me once for harassment. I just got my first violation. I just got my first violation for hate speech.
I did, sir. Thank you, Festering Fancy. I did, sir. Thank you very much. I did. Yes.
Yeah, so I just got my first violation for hate speech. Because God forbid, I say, if you want to say that you have proof on me, post it. Now I'm saying hate speech because a person has been making videos in my direction continually saying that they have shit on me they don't have, alluding that there's shit out there that they can hold over me that there isn't, and that I'm a liar when I have posted all my proof. The ball's in your court, babe, because if whatever you're trying to accuse me of, spit it out. because I can tell you that whatever proof you have, you don't. Because I've ran me, I've lived me, I know me, and I know you have nothing. And it fucking kills you that you have nothing, so you allude that you do.
You can live 32 years of your life, apparently, according to Ron Blanchard, you can live 32 years of your life and have absolutely no clue what actually was going on in your life. So I guess that's a possibility, Brian. I mean, I do think that could be just, a possibility.
Yeah, I have no idea.
What you did. You must have forgotten.
I must have forgotten, and I must have.
Goes, right?
I must have paid somebody to wipe off my record. I must have completely just, like, are you fucking for real right now? And then when somebody pushes, I've literally pushed her into a corner where I'm like, you have to put, if you're gonna say you have this, fucking say it. Show what you have. And she's like, I'm not showing nobody. Then don't talk about it online. Then don't talk about it online. Do not allude that you know something about me and you don't show it. No.
Are you talking about something or are you talking about nothing? Because I'm pretty sure you're talking about nothing. Oh, festering fancy. You guys are super cute coming up with that, but that's so 2019. It's already been done. So you stole somebody else's idea for that. Real cute. You're so funny. Super funny.
So yeah, we're not talking about Brie right now. We're talking about Thea because she wants the attention. So for, again, I'm going to reiterate why she deserves the attention, because she can't actually get any views on her posts to come at me, and that irritates her. But what's funny to me is today how she chose to go after me today. I'm Ryan Lee TM on YouTube. How she chose to go after me today was I went after Sarah Anderson. I was speaking about things on Sarah Anderson, and for some reason that really rattled Thea's cage.
Wait. Which Sarah Anderson? You have to
Pink Cat.
Clear. We either need to have to say Pink Cat Anderson.
Okay.
Or SJK.
Well, weirdly, I actually spoke about both of them. But here's the deal. She brought up Veda Jade. And that whole thing where Sarah was caught with her pants down deleting messages, where Sarah went to Veda and asked her to strike Brandy's page. And then she deleted all the messages. But Veda was smart enough to hold on to them, and she outed her on that live yesterday that you were on. And I happen to talk about the fact I've never spoken Veda's name ever on a live, ever. Okay, I don't, because me and her, we run in the same circles, but we're a little like this right now, okay? To be honest, we butt heads a little bit. So I don't speak about her, but what I am going to say is Sarah put her in a predicament where Pink Cat came to Veda, and she didn't like the way her live with Brandy and Kendall went down. And so she said, I want to get it taken down. And Veda thought she was talking about the 37-second video that she put out. And no, Sarah wants down the live. So she was trying to figure out how to strike Brandy's YouTube page, which is not okay. It's not the same as TikTok. That's not how it works. Okay. And then when she got caught with her pants down and deleted the messages, Veda still had the messages. Well, I talked about it in the video today that Sarah did this and went to Veda, and Veda outed her. And then suddenly, all of a sudden now, Thea's posting videos at me talking about my shady friend Veda. Why are you offended by what I said about Sarah? That's really weird. That is really weird that everything I said about Sarah, you took.
I got one like that too that said my shady friend Veda. I got one of those too. Exact same words, my shady friend Veda.
So why are you freaking out over what we said about Pink Cat? Because here's the other thing. She also put in this screenshot about she says, I don't run with the people that you say that I run with. But I never said nothing. What I said was, if you go back to those lives, is we are getting, and she's going to verify this. We are getting screenshots from people folding on people. Okay. I did not say who the screenshots were from. I did not say who they're folding on. I said, we are getting screenshots of people folding on people who are hanging out with people that are folding on them. And she alluded that I was speaking to her. Well, you're saying that excuse me, no. Are you telling on yourself? Because we have not said who these screenshots are to or from.
Hey, Festering Fancy, you asked a question. Why do you like, save, and then block me? I don't report your videos. I didn't block you because you're reporting my videos. I didn't even block you because you said anything shitty. Do you want to know why I blocked you? Because your fucking name is Festering Fancy, and you have a picture of the fucking, whatever the guy from the Addams family. I can't
Fester.
think of his, the
Fester.
cousin. It's not cousin Nick.
Fester, that's why it's Festering Fancy.
Festering Fancy. Yeah, so I'm sorry. I don't know what you think. I don't know what you think you were pulling, but I certainly blocked you the second you walked in because I'm not going to allow you to sit in my live making fun of me with a name like that and a picture of Uncle Fester. F you. Sorry, but F you.
You know, it's ridiculous. All I want to know is I want to know why I put out a video calling out Pink Cat for what Pink Cat's done, and Thea takes everything I said about Sarah, turns it internally, and acts like I came after her. That's really weird. Like, are you two in canoodles? Are you two in canoodles? Or do the screenshots that we have prove you're in canoodles?
To quite a few people that are all running in the same circle, all doing the same things together for the same purpose. So, I mean, there's a bunch of them. I guess they are canoodling.
Yeah, you got to definitely wonder because, okay, hold on. So, hold on. Oh shit, like I can fucking read that. Are you serious right now? Hold on.
I know I can't see what I do.
Hold on.
I had to read it before.
Okay, it says, you got caught creating a fake narrative, knowing I am not Resident Midnight, but try to blame and pin it on me. I don't believe I did that. I said, we know we have people folding on people. I didn't actually, I told you that it's very easy for you to make yourself Clark Kent and Superman haven't been seen in the same room. Show that you're not them, and there you go. That's all I said. I don't hang out with anyone, on both. We were saying that about screenshots we had. We never said the word Thea in there. We said that different people were hanging together. So why do you immediately assume we are talking about you? That to me sounds like you are literally trying to tell on yourself here. And let's see. And then right here, with your vile friend Veda Jade. It's Jade, by the way. But with your vile friend Veda Jade. I was speaking about Veda with Sarah. So why are you concerned about what I was saying about with Veda, where Sarah was being sketchy with Veda? This has nothing to do with you, boo. So I'm very confused about that. Let's see. You and your little flying monkeys got caught doing what? I'm very confused because again, you won't show anything. And Phony, you admitted that someone sent you. No, she don't like you. Trying to throw someone under the bus. See you all in court. Have fun with that because I have numerous videos now of me telling you to leave me alone. I have numerous screenshots of me telling you to leave me alone, telling your daughter to leave me alone, telling of you proving to me saying that you know that I'm not the parody, that you say that I'm not Midnight, that you keep saying I doxed you, except I never even said what county you live in. And if I did, it was like once. I don't remember. I don't think I did. But I didn't even said what county you live in. So how am I doxing you? But here's the other one. Hold on. Okay. So keep throwing your accusations and narrative, Lion Ryan. Go do the roar. A lot of trolls used to say that to me.
Wait a minute. Read that again.
Keep throwing your accusations and made up narrative, Lion Ryan. Go do the roar. I didn't invent it, but it's sure true. I will show.
Yeah, you know who really liked that video, Do the Roar? Do you know who? It was her favorite. I mean, favorite. We talked about it forever, and I kept telling her, I don't think it's that appropriate. I really don't care. I don't find it.
I don't even
funny.
know what it means.
Do the Roar. Guess who that was?
Sarah.
She wears a little hat on her head.
I will show all the proof to a judge, not you or anyone else. And you and your friend will answer to the court. What have I done? What have I ever done? Because I said your name that is on public record. I haven't even said where you live, where you work. I haven't called your work. I haven't called cops to your house like you did me. And by the way, she's trying to backpedal on that shit now. All public record. Absolutely. 100%. My public record is 100% clean. 100% clean. My public record. I can assure you. Now try to spin that narrative like you did with your adoptive daughter. victim blaming, adorable. Now you're
Yes, Pink Cat Sarah is the cause of most of the issues everywhere. Yes.
You are not a victim. Do you love people that try to take victim status from people?
You know who didn't think you were a victim?
Sarah.
And thought that you were the perpetrator in all of that.
Sarah.
No, yeah, Pink Cat Sarah.
So
Boy, Pink Cat, you get around a lot, don't you?
Yeah. So explain that to me about why you are so pressed about what I said to Sarah. Because what, the shoe fits, so it's you? Like, I'm very confused.
Look, everybody's very confused why we're again up here together. They don't understand.
All right.
I want to address that once again.
All right, very simply, I'm going to try to nail this out as quickly as possible because you guys are ignoring the point at hand for something that doesn't matter. Wow. Okay? The problem is, and that's, and again, I think that's also another diversionary tactic, to be honest. I think it's another diversionary tactic because when they can't have us nailing at each other, now they're just going to keep questioning why we're not nailing at each other. It's just another diversion tactic time and time again. It's very simple. Did me and her have a very public blowout? Yes. Did I go on a live before I should have talked to her about it? Yes. Did she go off the rails after the fact because she was hurt? Yes. Did she have Pink Hat Sarah? I've seen the text messages saying a bunch of shit in her ear that I never said. Yes.
Yeah.
So
she told me what you did in that live. You didn't do that in your live, but because I was blocked, I had no way to verify what you had done in your live. So if I had been able to see that live, and you know, I understand when you blocked me, I get it. But if I'd been able to see the live, if I could have gone and actually seen your live, then all this shit would not have gotten so out of hand. Because I would have seen the pain in your eyes, I would have seen how upset you were, I would have given you a couple of days to calm down, and I would have come back and talked to you and be like, hey, look, all right, we need to calm down, okay?
Right. But so instead, and I've seen the text messages, Sarah, I know what you've said about me. You have said some awful fucking shit, which is why I called you.
Also who sent all those videos to Natasha.
Right, no, and I put that in that video. So you know who else likes to say I'm not a victim? You know who else likes to say that I created a narrative and I'm not a victim and I deserved my abuse? Sarah. I put that in my video. I think it's my newest video possibly on this page where I show her literally saying that I did the abuse that I have proven was she got arrested for, not me. That I somehow put my grandson into foster care, which is not even a legal thing you can do, but she put it out there. She has talked tons of shit. I've seen other screenshots. And so Sarah keeps pushing this narrative out there, but so does Thea. And now that every time I talk about Sarah, Thea injects herself into this situation. Number one, we're not talking about you, but should we be? Because you telling on yourself saying that I've said this about you, I'm talking about Sarah Baby Cake, but you're sounding extremely fucking guilty right now. Extremely fucking guilty. And you're saying the same shit that Sarah says. So when we say that we have screenshots.
Speech in the same weird way you capitalize things. I mean, just saying.
So, you know, it's weird to me. It is weird to me that I put out a call out video for Sarah. Thea takes all the offense and she keeps saying about how she's got all this proof on me. She'll see me in court, but she won't show it here because you know you can't because you know you have nothing. Right. And you know what? As far as that goes, okay, here, and I messaged her this. I said, look, you want to talk about me doxing you. I said, number one, I've said your name, which is out on public profiles. I said, you threw mine out there with a middle name, which I never put my middle name out there, but okay, cool. You do you, boo. And I don't even know what state the bitch is in. I know 5 states she's got her hands in, but I don't even know where the fuck the bitch lives. So how am I doxing somebody who I don't even know her address?
Yes, you're best ignoring me. I have thought about Pink Cat being a plan. And I'm pretty sure she was. I mean, allegedly, in my opinion. But, you know, for all that shit.
All she has, I mean, she keeps saying that she has 12 times that she saw me dox her. Girl, me saying your name that is public knowledge is not doxing. And if you want to go there, I have screenshots of you on 3 different multimedia platforms saying my name. So if you're going to go throw stones at me, you better be throwing stones at yourself. Because I have all the screenshots.
Exactly.
You're mad, and you know, what's weird is, and I have the screenshots of this, a week ago, this girl's like, don't lie to Ryan, you know, Ryan, that's right. And she's like trying to kiss up to me. And when that didn't work and my videos started going crazy and I got 16,000 more followers overnight, that pissed her off. That pissed her off. And she's mad. Die mad, bitch. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Nobody cares about you. You're trying to make yourself relevant.
They're mad because either we don't give them enough attention, so they get their little feelers hurt and they run away, or they get upset because they get called out from some fuckery that they're doing that we don't, you know, that we don't, you know, approve of. And hey, Brandy, I want to tell you one more time, sweetheart. Sorry, my family's in the background. Look, hey, Brandy, I want to tell you something along with Thea and the rest of you. Saying your name that you legally use on all of your social media, if you have Brandy Jolly or Thea Miller on your freaking Facebook, hey, guess what? It's not doxing you for me to say it. Now, if I were to say Brandy Jolly lives at such and such and such and such and such and such, and her name is such, and her phone number is blobbity fucking blobbity blobbity blobbity, and here's where she works, and that's doxing you. What you've done to me is doxing me. You've done that. You've done all of those things, all of you. But I have never at any time doxed any fucking person. Not ever. I don't believe in it. I think that it's wrong. And I believe that if you set up a way to be you have anonymity because you are a public figure of some sort, I think that it's very reprehensible for you to take that freaking anonymity that we have put together to protect our families and our friends and expose it out there. Do I give a shit that you call me April Johns? Absolutely not. It's my name. My husband calls me that. But you don't have the privilege of calling me that because you don't actually know me.
Right.
Sorry.
So, you know, you guys keep going on about, I've seen, and you know, the thing is, what's disgusting to me is Thea has not ever been doxxed, but there are people who have been being doxxed. There are people whose work has been called. Okay. There is people who are talking about, you know, they're bringing people's kids into it, like she's bringing mine into it, or whatever.
There is a nurse who could have lost her licensing because you decided to involve a licensing board for nonsense.
I don't know if I feel like she wants to be part of the club. Like she wants these things to happen to her. Nobody has ever said even I don't even know what state you live in, you crazy bitch. I don't even know. I assumed Idaho at one point, but then now I'm hearing about 5 other fucking states. I don't fucking know.
Right.
I don't even know. So how the hell am I?
Let me explain to you. Let me explain to you guys. So you know how I can run background checks. I don't run them. I don't generally try to do that to people that I freaking just am working with. I didn't run one on Ryan. I didn't run one on Pink Cat. I just don't, because I don't really give a shit. If what you're doing correctly right now is what I'm doing, then I'm not very concerned unless you are really horrible of a person. I don't care. Okay. But you know who runs background checks on everyone and decides that she should put all that information out there. Her name starts with T and ends with A.
You know, that's the weird thing. I've ran background reports on probably about 7 people in this particular chapter. Here's the difference, though. I haven't posted any of it. What I do is for my own, to make sure that the people that I surround myself with are of character. And yeah, I've ran background reports on a handful of people. But what I don't do is sit there and then do what the hell she's doing with it. Like, do I have Sarah's background report? And is it horrible? Fuck yeah. We've seen Sarah's. It's bad. Okay. It's real bad. It's real bad. Okay. But at the same time, I'm not sitting here green screening it up. Okay. How do we run them? It's not hard.
Can you guys, hold on a second. Can you guys do me a favor? Can you please stop telling us what other content creators are doing while we're live? We really just don't care. If other content creators are talking about us or talking about this or talking about anything that we're talking about right now, don't come in here and tell us that that's what's happening. We just don't really care.
All right.
I don't care what other content creators are doing.
Did the parody post Thea's house? I don't know what the parody did. Now, Festering, I'm going to say this directly to you, and you know where I'm going with this. What you're not going to do is you're not going to come in my live and start shit. You know that I know, and we're going to knock this shit right now. I'm going to tell you that. Because what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to allow you and her to be going at it right now in my place of business. So you know that I know, and if you want me to not know, then shut up. Seriously.
You know that I know that you know.
No, she knows what I'm talking about. She knows. So just chill your shit. And what the parody does is not indicative of what I do or what Fancy does or what you do. What the parody does is what the fucking parody does. And I am tired of people coming into other people's lives saying, well, so-and-so did this and so-and-so did that. I don't give a fuck what Bob in France did with his fucking apples. It ain't got fuck all to do with me. So if you got a problem with the parody page, take it up with the motherfucking parody page because I'm about done with the nonsense. Second of all, if you want to talk about people posting people's houses, Thea posted my son's house and is still, from what I understand, on her page. She took a video of my son's house and she put it on her page. So if we're going to talk about people posting motherfucking houses, thank you for opening that door. Because Thea put my son's house on her fucking page and tried to allude that it was Fancy's.
Yeah, well, she also showed the inside of my home that she pulled off a Zillow, tried to convince everybody that she was inside my home, screwed up a whole live, I had to have police come out to my house because I thought I was being stalked from inside my home. It was the most absolutely ridiculous shit. And you know what? Then she went on another live to say that somebody should call my pastor or that they should call CPS and have my grandson removed. For what? For what reason? For what reason? For what reason?
You know, and that's what's so fucking frustrating. You want to talk to me about doxing while putting my son's house, a video of his house that was on his page. And we have it recorded where it was on your page. You post my son's house, and that's okay though.
Did you know that Pink Cat tried to convince me over and over and over again in the team that you did that to yourself?
On Thea's page? On Thea's page.
Exactly. Yep. She said you did it to yourself, that you made that thing and you did it to yourself.
On Thea's page.
Yep.
So I took my son's house and I broke into Thea's account, posted it on Thea's account for what? Explain that to me.
To upset your son? I don't know.
It was very distinctly, the screenshots we have, this video we have, it is on Thea's page of my son's house, a video that she went to his TikTok, downloaded, uploaded, insinuated it was Fancy's house. It was not Fancy's house. It was my son's. Barbecue, if you want to come up, Parody, if you want to come up, feel free. Because here's the other thing. I'm now being yelled at for facilitating a live where other people were speaking out about her that I knew the people coming in when I said in the beginning of the live, I don't even know who these fucking people are. Me having a live where people then talk about you is not me doing shit. Me hosting a live has fuck all to do with shit. Okay? What those people say in my live, I cannot control. The thoughts and feelings are not those of the host, motherfucker.
I don't know if you guys seem to understand this. Are we all adults? Because I'm pretty sure we're all adults, which means that every single person is responsible for their own actions, their own things they do. They can make their own fucking decisions with their own fucking brains. You know, you want to sit here and tell me that I did something wrong by sending Sarah Pink Cat over to talk to Mike and all those different things and all the things I've done. You know what? You know what Sarah could have said? No, I don't want to.
No, I knew her for a week.
Sarah could have walked away, but she didn't. She chose that.
By the way,
every single one of you have made decisions, and you are now pissed that you've made those decisions.
Now,
sorry, not sorry.
Here we go. Okay, so we have Barbecue Lady here. Barbecue Lady is Thea's.
Barbecue Lady is.
Okay, so what happened here is after we ousted her. By the way, just for everybody to catch everybody up, I spoke with Thea via text message from January 16th to January 23rd. That's it. This is 6 months of fuckery for 7 days of texts. 2 of which of those days I said that she was full of shit. Now, after she left us, she latched on to Barbecue and her group of friends. And then
she was only with me for 4 whole days. 4 days, guys.
She wasn't with Barbecue that long either. And then she flipped on Barbecue and I think another one of Barbecue's friends. And I'm going to let Barbecue tell what has happened to her.
For sure.
Barbecue, what's up?
Well, I can't stay long, but all I'll tell you is that she just can't keep my name out her motherfucking mouth.
Nope.
And I don't even know that cunt-face bitch. And I want to see her DD214s. because she claims to be a veteran, and I don't think she got past boot camp.
Well,
So
okay.
she wants to get online.
Hold
and
on.
post-
Barbecue.
No, we're not doing this. I know that you're affected by this, but that's not the point. Let Barbecue
I'm
talk.
not going to argue with her. I'm simply going to make a statement. Okay, if she was in basic training and she was exited from basic training, she is still qualified as a service member.
But
And even if what?
she's also saying that she was military intelligence, yada yada. What you can't do, what you can't do is exaggerate your service.
I know my son is active duty military for.
You cannot exaggerate your service either. That is another portion of it.
Don't lie about what your service work was.
Exactly.
Right, exactly. I've never lied about
So-
mine either.
Not you. I don't even know you were in the service.
But
Yeah,
Barbecue,
I know.
Barbecue here, she has had she's having pages at her. There was a situation with her family member. The pages that are going after you now.
She just wants to be relevant on this app, and so she's her life is a scramble. She's doing sourdough. She's on vacation.
She's a doctor. She talks about. Is this fancy up here in the
Yes.
Yeah, it's me, baby.
Oh yeah, she talks about fancy. She talks about my nail polish. She talks about the inside of my trailer. Hey Phoenix, go fuck yourself, bitch.
No, and at this point, she's going after me. She's going after Fancy. She's going after Barbecue. She's been going after a couple other. I believe is it your friend Tammy? I believe.
Yeah, she's a bully.
Yeah, she's going after Tammy. I believe. I think I've seen that, and she's making numerous pages.
Oh yeah, she's also creating pages to mimic the parody page.
Yes. Yeah.
She's fucking crazy, and I know she's listening right now.
Oh, I know she is because she records all this shit, as she says. She records in real life too.
Hey Taya, Phoenix, go get a fucking life, because you're not relevant. I know you wanted to try to be on here to get in TikTok famous and wanted to pretend that you're waiting for your PI license, and then people want to ask you, and people are bullying. Nobody's doing shit to you. We don't give a fuck about you. Go over there.
So, by the way,
GoFundMe's for your husband that went missing.
I hope. How many? She's had a lot of people go missing in her life. But here's the deal, Thea. So when you want to take all of us to court, here's a box of people that you have been harassing for months. Here's a box of people that you have been harassing and saying horrible things that you cannot back up for months.
Dude, she tried to post that she called the police on me and posted the freaking call to the police, dude. Remember?
She did call the police on me, and now she's back. Now she's saying she didn't.
Oh, and Austin, I'm so autistic. Autism in prison. That's what I was going to say. Do you know that she told me that autism in prison was her friend? I never ever got an autism in prison was supposed to talk to me after she was done. And instead, I blocked autism in prison when I blocked Thea because I was like, oh, fuck no. I don't want any.
But she's also saying that autism is one of her stalkers, too. She said that I'm a stalker, you're a stalker, you're a stalker.
I'm not being able to talk to that woman because I blocked her based on just the fact that I was like, oh, hell no, I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
She doesn't have friends.
No.
I know.
She can't because look what she does to people. Look what the hell she does to people.
She thought she was going to go TikTok famous, and she didn't. So now she's
thought I was going to put her on the map, and she didn't.
You know, and if you guys know Autism in Prison, she's down here. She's verifying what we're saying. Thea told her she was her stalker. There is a girl, y'all, I want y'all to understand. Thea is going after a girl right now. Her dad was murdered. And Thea's backing the guy who killed him and is putting this girl through the fucking ringer. And then just put a post up essentially blaming her for taking her dad off of life support because at that point it was irreparable. So she's blaming the victim's daughter for removing him from life support. This is what the girl told me. That when there was a post out and we didn't know what it meant, she goes, she's blaming me because I took him off of life support. Thea is backing the man who murdered her dad. Justice for Joe Morris, okay? Joe Morris was murdered horribly. And Michaela has been vilified. There's a video up of Michaela right now where she's blaming Michaela for being the parody page. She's threatening her. You have 24 hours to apologize. You don't get to do that to people. You don't have proof. And I can tell you, Michaela is not parody. I'm not parody. Parody's in here.
Michaela's not parody. You know, she wants to sit here and talk about how the only reason I came to TikTok was to make money, to have a financial opportunity or whatever. And if I did, who gives a shit? But you know who was the first person who explained the creator fund to me? Her. I didn't even know it existed. I don't know how TikTok works. I didn't know anything about TikTok when I came to it. And then she told me all about it, and I was like, oh, okay, so I get to 10,000 people, and I get to be in the creator fund. So I call Ryan the day that I get into 10,000 people, and I was like, okay, I made it to 10,000 people. Now what? She's like, nothing. And I was like, what?
Because I don't monetize. I know about it, but I don't monetize. So I don't know what.
Nothing really happens. And I was like, well, then why the fuck did I try to get 10,000 people? And she's like, I don't know.
You know what I want to know is what is her actual? I don't want to know like on live, but what does she actually do for a living? Because her and her husband, I mean, her boyfriend, whatever he is, who fucking knows, fifth husband, Henry VIII, who cares?
Good God, who are the men that are in this woman? How can you have 5 fucking husbands and be that freaking crazy?
How can you have 5 husbands and say you've lived in the same house for 22 years? Because that's another thing she's throwing at me is because I'm pointing out she's talking about somebody taking a mortgage out on her house that she's had for 22 years. You've been married 3 times in 3 different states in 22 years. How did you have this house in your husband's family that you've just now been married to? But yet I'm a liar.
Henry VIII, I am. Henry VIII, I am. So I said Henry VIII. So I was thinking,
I did, yeah, that's what I called her.
You know, it's wild. And according to her, all of us are the parody page, by the way. Everybody on this panel is the fucking parody page. Michaela's the parody page.
And you got the messages from her daughter too, right?
Yeah.
Telling you stop talking about my father. But I never mentioned her dad, not one time. I don't even know her dad's name. I don't know who her dad would be.
I don't know which one he is.
Before, I had nothing. This girl comes into my freaking thing and starts threatening me in the inbox, telling me if I keep talking about her fucking dad, I'm like, look, I didn't talk about your dad. You know who's talking about your dad? Your mom.
Yeah, because we have a whole ass video. We have a whole ass video of her slandering the fuck out of that man. Slandering the fuck out of him if it's the one that I'm thinking of. If it's the one that I'm thinking of, and I'm think it is, she said horrible things about him. That he was a dirty cop, that he did shit on the job, that he was doing things to women on the job, and we have her dead to rights fucking recorded doing that.
Wait a minute. Did you say he was a former cop?
Yeah.
Do you know who else was married to a former cop who got all of her charges because she says that he was a cop and he got her all those charges fraudulently? Sarah.
Birds of a fucking feather, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, Parody, do you want to jump up here real quick so we can all we can all give you so we can all sign into the account while we're all on here, and you can be on here too. And that way we can all, we can all give you the password to the account.
It's 9. Did you want to go do your trauma dump, or are you
No, we're gonna do this for a hot minute.
All right, because my husband's wanting me to come in there real soon, so I'll probably be out in a few minutes. Though.
I'm gonna go back to bed.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll see you guys later over here. Thank you for showing up, Barbecue. I appreciate you, and I'm sorry you're going through this.
Nice to meet you, Barbecue, and I'm sorry that you did all this to you, too.
That's all right. I just want to say one last thing. Fuck you, Phoenix.
Absolutely.
All right.
Phoenix fucking rising. No, you're not a Phoenix rising. You're a dead freaking old washed up bird who needs to run the fuck back to wherever the fuck you came from and shut your pie hole fucking mouth. How about that? Is that clear enough for you? Stop talking about me. I don't want to talk about you. I don't want to be associated with you. I've never done anything to you. I don't give a flying fadoodle with you. You were in my life for 4 whole fucking days, lady. 4 whole days. And Ryan and I realized, hey, you were a little woo, and we stopped talking to you, and then you got real freaking butthurt that we didn't want to talk to you no more.
Yeah.
So sorry. I mean, it's the biggest rip.
So I'm sure that there's going to be umpteen videos in our direction tomorrow. I'm sure. I'm sure there's going to be umpteen fucking videos, because now that we've dared cross that line where it's me, it's you, it's barbecue, that we're just going to all be out there. And I don't understand how one person can be the victim with everybody. According to her, I victimize her, you victimize her, barbecue victimizes her, Tammy victimizes her, Michaela victimizes her, autism in prison victimizes her. You want to talk about a common denominator? Stop your projection bullshit, because you're the common denominator in all of this. In all of this. You literally just go at people and go at people and go at people and say things that you have no proof on, and then claim that you have receipts. Show them.
And then never show the receipts.
Show them. Show where I'm not a victim. Show where I did a damn thing to my kid, because I know what I can show. I know what I can show.
Okay, we know that Resident Midnight is not one person. We're very aware that it's not one person. We're very aware Exposing the Good Wives is not one person, and neither is Fancy Tea Society. It's the same shit you played back when you did Natasha, or with Natasha and Festering. This is why I got upset with you, because one of the people who did this to me back then, they took my face and they took it on Uncle Fester's head, and then they had Dee Dee standing behind me, scalping me. Okay, so that's why I blocked you when I saw Festering Fancy.
Yeah, all of it from
just
GRB case.
You were that person. But this is what you guys did back then. You start a page. You're a little person. You start this page and you decide you're going to do this. And then when it gets a little too hot for you and I'm getting too close or Ryan's figuring it out, you hand it off to another person. So then we have to start over, because now the patterns of speech have changed and the way you write your words have changed. And so then we have to start all over because we have no idea what happened, because it's clear it's not the same person. And then you'll switch back and forth between each other doing it, so that when we start to compare, we're like, well, wait a minute, that's a totally different person speaking. This is your tactics. I know you're doing it. I even told Ryan they were doing it when you told me, oh, no, Randy's not doing anything. They're not doing anything. And I'm like, yes, they are. I was right. They were.
Right. Yeah. So I forgot that y'all could see that. Now this, I don't even know. I'm doing like 6 of them. And for those of you coming in, yes, this all started from Gypsy Rose, and it all stays with Gypsy Rose, because all of this is because of Gypsy. All of this has been spun around because of Gypsy and that entire drama.
The common denominator is not me. The common denominator is not Ryan. Okay, I have people who've left my team and are shitheads to me. Okay, fine. That happens in companies all the time. People leave. They disagree. They didn't need to go to the internet and fucking bash me for 5 hours at a time on numerous lives every fucking day for the last several years. Okay, they didn't need to do all that. They could have just gone on and made their own little fucking company like they said they did and leave me the fuck alone. But you know, it's the actual, and they're like, well, Fancy is the common denominator. No, I'm not the common denominator, and Ryan's not the common denominator. The common denominator is Christy Blanchard. Not even Gypsy, not Rod, not Mia, not her brother Dylan, Christy Blanchard. That's the common denominator between all of these people, every single one of them.
Yeah. And that much, the more we look at it, the more, and I know you guys are going to think this as well, but the more we look at it, I don't even think Gypsy has a fucking clue. I don't think she has... To a large extent, I don't even think she has a fucking clue what goes on in her name.
I know that, Ryan, because Jazz, the fake PR, confirmed it to me that she had to have Christy sit down, and she was on the phone with Christy when it happened, and Christy had to tell Gypsy all of the shit that she had done while Gypsy was in prison, and Gypsy was livid with her. And then she told her, I forgive you. Please don't ever do it again. Now, Gypsy has her own fuckery that she causes, and she runs around with people doing all kinds of crap shit, too. But in this situation, with all the people we're talking about, it has nothing to do with Gypsy and everything to do with her stepmother.
Well, not to mention that, but think about it. There apparently, according to all the rumors, and of course it is nothing but rumors, but they're talking about the fact that Gypsy and Christy are fighting.
Well, I heard today that she's got an ankle monitor and she's under house arrest. So, do I know if that's true or not? You guys have been asking. I saw that. I don't know. I have some calls out to our sources within the family, and I'm waiting for confirmation as to whether I think it's true or not.
Right. But again, you have to wonder, what is it? Everybody wants to put it on, oh, well, they're fighting about Ken. They're fighting about the pregnancy. They're fighting about the baby. They're fighting. But there could be other things that they're fighting about. There could be other things. Because
Christy does not have Gypsy's best interest at heart, and if I were to have to put an actual thing on it, I would say that this looks to me like Christy is setting Gypsy up to go back to prison, to take a conservatorship so she can take the control of all the money, not just some of the money through the trusts, and steal her baby from her, and then I don't know, maybe run off into the sunset with freaking Ken because she's so fucking enamored with him. I could tell Rod's done. Rod's tired. Rod don't want to do this anymore. After my conversation with him the other night, do I still think that he's willfully ignorant? Yeah. Do I think that he knows more than he's saying? Absolutely. Do I think he knew about the scams? Yeah. I think he turned his head the other way, put his head down, and pretended like it wasn't happening. As long as it wasn't causing anything major, at least his kid was getting, whatever, and maybe they got a kickback from it. I don't fucking know. But what I'm telling you is that Rod is tired of the drama. Rod never wanted all this shit. He didn't want all the documentaries. He didn't want all the shows. He didn't want all the interviews. And they have dragged this man into this for 8 fucking years. Why would you want to put your fucking family through all of this? Your daughter murdered her mother. Why should you even at all think that you are some family that we should be looking up to see on the TV as to what you're doing? No, thank you. No, thank you. You guys should be ashamed of yourselves. You should be embarrassed, and you should go to your home, live there quietly, and hope that nobody fucking says anything to your grandchild one day on a playground.
Right.
That's what you should be concerning yourselves with. Not some bullshit and running around all over the internet causing fuckery. Have you ever seen another freaking family that came out like this of any type of person that their family member created this and caused such horrible things to happen? Run around acting like they should be the next fucking American family. Have you ever seen anything like that ever?
No, she gets out of jail and she's immediately catapulted into celebrity status, and people are forgetting what the hell she's done. I don't even understand it. And then now there's reality shows and books, and why we're glorifying something like this is beyond me. And then in the meantime, they're just going around collecting all these creators to spin their narrative, and guilty, I fucking did it.
Well, and you know what? Okay, here's the thing. Not only does Christy like to collect creators, she also likes to collect all of Dee Dee's friends. All of them. Except for Suzette, who said, nah, that bitch has always hated me. She's always hated Dee Dee, and no, thank you.
Yeah, and they do. They collect everybody like fucking Pokemon. They'll take people and they will spin them around and do whatever and tell whatever stories, and it's fucking wild. So getting hit with RICO charges. What the hell's a RICO charge?
You know what RICO is? That's like when the gangsters get up for colluding together. It's racketeering and RICO.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Sarah's the one who told me that this could be Sarah. She's like, Fancy, this could be racketeering and RICO, and she's not wrong. It could be. It absolutely can be. What they have done, because money is involved, because it is done over the internet. There's a lot of ways. Yeah, it absolutely could be RICO and racketeering charges. Yeah.
And by the way, again, for people asking, Son of Sam is not applicable here. Number one, that was struck down in a New York court as being unconstitutional. There was nothing put on her case to say she could not profit from this crime. She knows this, and she profits every fucking day. It's put into a trust. And by the way, that trust, I know you guys, here's the deal. I don't know what's been put out about this damn trust, but I know what the fuck I've been told about the fucking trust. Okay? And I've heard from the other side that
they're the one that told him to set up the trust in the first place.
Right, but how did you tell them to put that trust up?
I didn't. I said we were going to go ahead and we would figure it out.
Okay, but there is supposedly a trust that Gypsy can't touch and blah, blah, blah. Whose name do you think is on it?
Christy's.
Right. And you know why?
You know why I told her that? Do you know why I told her that? Because this is how that came about. The reason Tori and I went to her when the whole thing with Ken was going down and he was running amok and doing all kinds of crazy shit, and we were worried about her, and she wasn't going to make him sign a prenup and nothing. Like we tried to get her to say, hey, he needs to sign a prenup. You can't get married to him without a prenup. Because that was my job as part of their PR. I was supposed to be helping him through all this, and so I went to them and I said, Christy, here's what I want to do. I no longer want to pay Gypsy directly from our project. I don't feel comfortable with that. I'm worried that if I do, then Ken will take all her money. And I don't want her to do that. So what we're going to do is Corey and I are going to set up a trust that you and Rod can control. And at certain clauses, she's allowed to come and get the money as long as she has, it falls within the certain clauses and everything. She can take that.
No, we are talking about Ken. Can you not try to tell us what the fuck we are talking about? This is Ken from the beginning before Ryan. Do not try to tell us what the fuck we are speaking about.
So she was like, okay. And that's actually what happened after the podcast. That was what we were still negotiating with her to pay her and try to get them taken care of and make sure that we could set up it in a trust so that Ken could never touch her money. That was it.
Guess what, though?
This thing in the first part.
Right. So here's the deal. They couldn't get Ryan to sign, or she could not get Gypsy to make Ryan sign a prenup. It was the same thing washed over again, and that's exactly what's happening now. Ryan, that's exactly what they did to Ryan with that fucking trust. I know because she fucking told me on a phone call. They were exactly the way you just said it. That's exactly what they said to me. They said Ryan didn't sign a prenup. We were covering our ass, making sure, and all the trusts are in a place so that he can't access them. That's exactly what the fuck, how I got told.
Exactly. I told you. I did my job, and I did my job well.
So, yeah. That's exactly what I got told, is that's exactly how they set up them fucking trusts, because they begged her to have a prenup with him. She said no. And they said, well, then we're going to cover the books. We're going to cover the show. We're going to cover all this. We're going to put it in this trust over here. We're going to slap our names on it. That way he can't put his hands on it. That's exactly how it was said to me in a fucking phone call. So it's funny that you bring that up about what they were going to do with Ken, because that's exactly how they explained it to me. They did for him. But then if you hear the Bulldog say it, it's all in a trust and Gypsy can't touch it and yada, yada, yada. Right. But they can touch it with their say-so. Yes, we were both involved with the family firsthand, 100%. We were oh, by the way, while I have her on here, I want to say something very clearly. We need to set something straight. That there's a rumor, and I want to set this straight right fucking now, okay? When we were speaking about Becca Scoops, okay, yes. People I want to make sure that this is abundantly fucking clear. People had been telling us to watch Becca, and I said, I don't need to watch her. I have been in this. I'm sure she is a good content creator. I didn't even know until today if she was on TikTok or YouTube, because I don't watch her, to know that if she recycles content. She was not the one we were speaking of that recycles content. We were saying we don't need to be tagged in Becca's stuff of a rehash of things that we already ourselves have looked into and have been there for. Okay, that's all we ever said about Becca.
Regardless of how I put it out, I put out all that information. Am I as polished as Becca and how she presents it? No, not when I'm doing my lives. I'm not. Now, if I make recorded content, I can do the stuff that Becca does, and I have in the past. I think she's done a fine job. I think she's done some incredible investigative work, talking with the officers and things like that. She's done a very good job of walking through the case file. But who we were talking about was not Becca.
No.
What we were saying is, please stop tagging other content creators in our fucking content, especially ones like Nina who have us blocked. Because either what they're going to do is come to our content and then use it and not credit us or give us any fucking credit or do anything and knock it off, or they can't see it anyway because we have them blocked and they have us blocked.
Right. So when you guys, I feel bad that Becca had to put out something, because I'm I think it was aimed at us for what we had said when we said we don't need to be told to watch Becca. She's a good content creator. I'm sure. I don't know. I just found her literally today. I went to look for her. I'm sure she's a great content creator. I'm sure she's got all of it. But we've also done that same work. We also already know. We don't need to have another creator show it to us. We've also done the work. And we were not saying she recycles our content. We are saying to stop, for the love of God, tagging people like Nina in our comments. Nina has me blocked. Okay? Nina has me blocked. There's no point in tagging her in my shit. Okay? There's no point. What happened was people took what I was saying here and here and putting it together. I'm not saying that Becca has ever stolen content from either Mere Fancy. I'm saying we have all done our homework on that aspect, and we don't need to be told to watch her because we've already done our own homework. That's all. I have nothing bad to say about Becca. Nothing. I don't know her. I've not watched enough of her content to know her to say anything bad about her. We had put that here and then went straight into, and there are people who recycle our content.
Look, for those of you in the comments that want us to get back together with Nina or whatever, first of all, we were never together with Nina. Nina was sharing a piece of a story from Rachel, and that was the only reason I was willing to talk with Nina and collaborate with Nina. But here's the situation. No, I won't. You know, I can put my differences aside with Ryan because she never said anything that was absolutely 100% something she couldn't take back, something she couldn't apologize for, or say, hey, I was wrong in that moment. Just like I can't say, just like there's nothing I did to Ryan that I can't say, hey, you know what, that was kind of shitty of me, I'm really sorry. But when it comes to Nina, that woman called me racist because of a conversation about wigs that had nothing to do with her. And from the time period of 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. while I was traveling to my fucking hearing, dealing with Pink Cat Fucktard, yeah, she made 6 videos calling me racist because Sarah was wearing a wig. No, I'm sorry. I will.
But it's perfectly acceptable for her to put on, after I have a video, after I go on a live, feeling good about myself for fucking once, talking about I got a haircut and I felt good about myself, for her to put on a fucked up sideways blonde wig, put on white clown makeup, that's perfectly acceptable. That's perfectly fucking acceptable, though. I'm sorry, that's pot calling fucking kettle. Because when you want to, number one, take pot shots and make me feel like shit after I finally feel good about myself, to put on a blonde wig sideways and then put on white clown makeup, that's okay, though. That's fucking okay. Fuck that shit. Fuck it. Make a fucking video at me talking about me being a clown, talking about the fact, oh, I'm gaming with my husband. I was, because I made a couple of 30-second videos.
Yeah, you know what's really hot? The breath coming out of your mouth when you say that. Did you even get up and you didn't even brush your teeth or put on your fucking clothes before you decided to roll out of bed and hit live and start talking shit about one of us?
She said she never said you were racist, according to somebody yesterday.
Oh, bullshit. She absolutely did. There's 6 fucking videos of it. Fuck you.
No, but you know, and then, you know, people that are following this and whatever, you guys give a platform to somebody. They literally sat there and bullied the fuck out of me, and that people are down in the comments, oh, you slay, yes, queen. If you guys want to perpetuate that bully ass shit, please do not follow me. Please do not come in my lives, because I don't need that shit. I don't need people if you want to talk about my character or facts that I have wrong, but if you're gonna take pot shots when I dare to feel good about myself, fuck you, dude. Fuck you.
All right. Well, I gotta go, sweetheart.
All right.
I'm gonna go spend some time with Craig. If you're still on when I come back, I'll hop back in, okay?
All right, I see you.
All right. Be safe. And hey, everybody be nice to her. Don't fucking come in here and start some shit. That's not cool. Especially if she's in here by herself. It's just not cool. Just be nice. Be decent human beings. For God's sakes, why can't you do that? We're trying to. All right. Bye.
See ya. All right. So to finish it up on TikTok, and then we're going to go into a trauma live down here. I've not been ignoring you guys. I have been watching. What we're doing is we're going live at 8 o'clock on YouTube every night. And Trauma Tuesdays, unfortunately, I slept through. So today is Trauma Thursday. So here in about 8-10 minutes, we're going to do the Trauma Live over on YouTube for anybody who wants to do it. It's You have to be in the lowest member tier, and that's the only reason why it's in a tier is so I can lock it down so that people feel safe. So that's why I did the lowest possible tier possible, just to get in the door. That way people can access it. We're going to be doing the Trauma Live here shortly, and then after the Trauma Live is done, I'm probably going to go back live again, and in a normal live. So if you want to do that, you just click this link right here and follow the steps right there, and you follow the steps, and we have those weekly. It's like a group therapy session. No, it's a group therapy session. Essentially, it is on Ryan Lee TM. I have them weekly where we all get together, we talk about stuff, we give each other support. It's a place to vent, it's a place to just get things out. It's a place to even say, hey, I had a really good week and I feel good about myself. It's a mental health check. And the only reason why I put it behind a paywall is because I lock it down for members only, so it's a more safe environment. I turn the chat replay off, and we give each other support. I purposely even made a tier that's only $1.99 a month, which I see about 70 cents of because YouTube taxes. Just so that that way people could access it and still, obviously it won't break the bank type deal. So, I have other tiers, $1.99, $3.99, $6.99, $9.99, all different available on my YouTube that all come with different perks and whatnot. But I realized that a lot of people do not have that support system. So I made a very affordable tier so that people could get in the door to have that support, because a lot of people don't have support. The YouTube channel is Ryan Lee TM, all one word, on YouTube. I'm live every night at 8:00. Trauma Tuesdays sometimes turns into Trauma Thursdays. Not gonna lie, I'm a person, and my sleep schedule is jacked. Okay, Ryan Lee TM, RyanLeeTM. If you want to come give me a sub, just a sub, come support me on YouTube. I appreciate everybody. If you want to come be a membership, you are always welcome in Club Greenie. I appreciate every one of y'all. All I've ever tried to do on this app is to try to be, regardless of how I come across to a lot of people, I am a very big-hearted person, and I try to be there. My phone, y'all, you have to understand, if I were to show you, I can't, I'm on my fucking phone right now, but if I was to show you guys, thank you, Rebecca Graham, for joining Club Greenie. If I was to show you my phone, anytime I wake up, I have literally probably 200 messages, and I reply to all of them. I go on TikTok, I go on Facebook, I go on wherever, and I am literally at people's disposal all day long. Thank you so much, Roni Vaughn, for joining Club Greenie. I appreciate you. We will be doing a trauma session here in about 10 minutes. I really, really appreciate everybody who has ever had my back. And to those people that want to try to bring me down or whatever, I'm sorry that you have something that somebody has hurt you bad enough. Thank you, Martha Costa, for joining Club Greenie. I appreciate you. I see that. I've gotten 3 new joiners here in the past 5 minutes. I appreciate you guys. And, for people that keep trying to say I'm not who I am, that they have things on me that they don't, that they want to out me for, you know what? Out me, because I'm here all day. Out me. My background check is clean. I know what life I've lived, and any questions you ever have about me, I'm an open book. So if you want to come to me respectfully via text in here, whatever, you want to ask me a question, you hear a rumor about me that you want me to clear up, I'm an open book. I don't have to lie about shit. If anybody has ever followed me from the past 3 years knows that I have lived my life very publicly in a very public open eye through the ordeal with my daughter, my ordeal with my grandson, my ordeal with the Gypsy Rose case, and I am who I am, and my authenticity and my transparency is what threatens people. I am sorry that people come to me because I am me. If you don't like me, if you are threatened by that, I'm sorry. That is a you problem, not a me problem. But instead of trying to beef with me, why don't you just try to vibe with me? Okay? Why don't you just try to do that instead? Because honestly, my table is long and you can sit at it. Okay? I have had numerous lives where I have had trolls come in and berate me and been awful and been horrible and whatever else. And I still It takes a lot for me to block somebody as I block somebody. That was so funny. I almost never block people because I realize that a lot of times that people are being shitty to other people, it is because they are going through shit in their own lives. They are wanting to have an output that if they're having a bad day, their husband picked at them, their boyfriend picked at them, their bullies picked at them, that they want to go pick at somebody else. And I recognize that. And I try not to take things too personal when people try to come and attack me or troll me or be whatever to me. But when there is a person on this app that is trying to insinuate that I am not a victim, when I actually have put my perpetrator in jail, when they try to say that I perpetuated my abuse or abused my abuser, when I have proof that I did not, they have no proof that I did. Fuck you very much. Okay? Don't ever try to take that, what I went through, and downgrade it, because you weren't here. You have no idea. You are basing your views off of approximately 7 minutes worth of video that I didn't even put the whole fucking things up. And not to save my ass, because in those videos, I'm yelling. I look like a bitch. Okay? It wasn't to save my ass. It was to save hers, because if I wouldn't have stopped that one when I stopped it, y'all would have really saw what the fuck happened. Y'all would have really saw what the fuck happened. But I was decent enough to not. And for those of you who question me, I've shown those videos during lives, but not posted them. So they know that what I'm saying is accurate. Okay? You can hate me all you want, but hate me for the right reasons. Don't try to dissuade people from believing my story when I have proof. Okay? Hate me for being a bitch. That's perfectly valid. Hate me for being a bitch. That's fine. That's fine. But no, because Gypsy wasn't. And we have proof of that. So no. See, that, and that's what that irritates the shit out of me. That irritates the shit out of me. No, because I don't have all the time in the day in the crayons to explain to you exactly what we have talked about in numerous lives for the past 8 months. Do the homework. Seriously, it's not hard. It's really, really not hard. What we try to do is we try to bring you guys the up-to-date factual information, and when it is wrong, I take it down. I will be accountable. I will say this is misinformation. I will take things down. I will say, you know what, I got it wrong. And fucking don't believe me, but there's many, many times that I have. Many times, because I don't like misinformation being out there. As for when we hear something ahead of time, we try to say, you know, this is the rumor right now. This is the rumor right now. We don't have proof of this. This is the rumor going on right now. And if somebody ever shows me where I am wrong within reputable, I will literally go out there and say that I am wrong. I will literally go out there and say that I'm wrong. I have no problem doing that. None. So, well, right. I know you ain't made it till you're hated. I know that. I've always taken accountability. And for people that say I don't, I challenge you to show where I haven't, because I always have. So I don't know what to tell you. So anyways, what I would like to tell you is what we're going to do now is we're going to go over to YouTube. And if you are a member in just tier 1, I have 4 tiers. If you are in tier 1, we are about to do a trauma live. I don't ever have a time specific. Sometimes they're 20 minutes. Sometimes we end up rolling for 2 hours. Trauma lives are just simply a place where we can talk, get things out. The chat is not the live chat does not stay. It is locked behind a wall. And it's just a place where people can talk and get support that they may not have in their life. And yes, we're just some internet folk that get together, but some people, that's all they have. So why did Nina bully me? Because I put out text messages, rallying against Christy to fucking answer me, because I deserved fucking answers for my shit going out of her fucking phone. And Nina wanted to make pot shots that Christy was vacuuming her driveway to avoid me. So she had her daughter act like Christy, vacuum a driveway while she put on a blonde wig and pretended to be me. Okay. So if you guys want to back that behavior, that's fine. But you honestly, if that's where you are, here's the deal. A lot of people do this for followers and high follower accounts and whatever. Here's my deal. I've said this for 3 years. I would rather have 1,000 genuine people than 10,000 non-genuine people. If that's the type of behavior you want to back, just don't come here. I don't need you. I don't need you. The numbers mean nothing to me. I'm not 12. I don't need clout. Okay. I would rather have genuine followers who back me as a person and as a creator than people who are just going to follow me to watch the shit show. If you want to follow creators that do that and put on wigs and do whatever, and poke at people. Here's the thing. It wouldn't have been quite as shitty. But I can even remember the day because I actually had the live and I only get my hair cut maybe once or twice a year. And that day I'd gotten a haircut. I felt really good about myself. And I was talking about it, and she put on a janky ass wig sideways and was like, "You like my hair, girl? You like my hair? Because I got a haircut." I'm sorry. That is such bully ass bullshit at 30 some whatever years old you are, that if that is how you have to get your fucking views, I don't need your followers. I don't need that. I don't need that. And she got her child involved with the bullying. She had her child pretend to be Christy. And when you are putting your child, and you want to talk about, don't bring people's children into it. Don't bring people's children into it. You brought your child into it. You put your child in a video bullying somebody else. I simply called you out for it. Fucking period. Thank you, Katie Juarez, for joining Club Greenie. I appreciate you. I never brought nobody's fucking kid into it. They brought their fucking kid into it. And I called them out for the shitty fucking behavior. So that's the problem with all of this, is there's so many, but that's what the gypsy camp wants. They spin us all up to where we're all fighting with each other. And some people are just perpetual mean girls. There are people on this app who will draw you into fucking cartoons. There are people in this app who will put on a wig and pretend to be you. They act very similar for two people that hate each other. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. So, you know, her content grows and she has a huge following, and that's great because she always has tea. The same tea that me and fucking Fancy have all the time. We just don't fucking talk about it. Trust me, that whole family talks. They talk far and wide. Everybody that's involved with them talks. Everything she says, it's already out there. You just got to have the right ears and people to hear it. She just says it ahead of time. Congrats to her, whatever. I'm not going to be the one who's going to... I knew that Gypsy was pregnant June 15th. I didn't out it. It's not my business. I don't care if I like Gypsy or not. It is not me to out somebody's pregnancy. I don't care. That's not who I am. I knew she was pregnant and I didn't fucking out it because I would not want that done to me, regardless if I like Gypsy or not. Regardless if I... Is it better to sub? It's better to sub on YouTube. I am live on YouTube every night at 8 o'clock. I'm live every night at 8 o'clock. Sometimes I come on TikTok. I get banned on TikTok a lot because, you know, I got a lot of haters. I do. You know, I'm anti-Gypsy, and a lot of creators are, you know, going at each other's throats, and that's mine included. So, sorry, DJ. So anyways, I'm going to go head over to YouTube now. TikTok, I'll catch you on the flip side as usual. Ryan Lee TM on YouTube. That's where you will always find me. If you want to get a hold of me, feel free to send me any DM you want on any of my TikToks. And I hope y'all have a good day. All right, we're going to come over here for a minute, and then we're going to, I'm going to come over here for a hot minute, and then we're going to go into the trauma live. So I don't go live on TikTok all the time, obviously, anymore. I did for 3 years. And after a lot of people were saying, I said this, I said that, it was much better to be able to be on YouTube where I can have all my shit recorded. That way I can go back and say, this is exactly what I said here. This is exactly what I said here. Because I'm tired of people telling me what I said and what I didn't say. It's very simple. I'm recorded now. So you can hold me to however you want to do that. Also, people were always asking me if there was a way to catch my lives later. And this is a way to do it because the lives are recorded. There is a section. I started recording on YouTube in March of this year. And if you notice, if you go back in my lives, there's a big part of them, like just kind of like holes everywhere. I am trying to go through them and try to like give a little bit of description, put them back up. And I'm trying to put them back up into because like a lot of them were just like June 8th. Yeah. Like I'm trying to at least put some descriptions in there so people can like have some type of an idea. what they're about. A lot of people just literally put me on play and just paint a room, as they say. YouTube pick me. What are you talking about? Oh, okay, yeah. So what happens is when people gift memberships, it doesn't let you pick the person. That's what sucks. Cause like somebody was trying to get poor Jimmy a membership once, and 10 other people got one. Unfortunately, when you gift a membership, it just kind of lands on a person. So it kind of sucks. But I'm sure that there's a lot of people that are like, oh my God, you have to put, you're trying to help people, but you got to put it behind a paywall. It's to make the people in there, anybody can come on a YouTube live and anybody can pay to get into the Trauma Live. Okay. And if you pay to get in a Trauma Live to be a bitch, that is the length of level of hell you should be in at that point, to literally pay a fee to go access other people's trauma is sick. Okay. Can I just say sick? Absolutely sick. But with YouTube, you can just kind of fall into people's lives, and that's why I close it. But then I make it to where literally almost anybody can do it. I made it, half the price of my lowest tier just to get you guys in the door. Look, I'm not seeing practically anything from that. YouTube, by the time YouTube takes out its taxes, yada, 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 for a green membership to get into the Trauma Lives. Thank you so much, Rita. I see about 60 cents. So it's not like I'm doing this for a huge payday. It's more to make the people that are involved feel like it's more closed down, shall we say. I am not all you have to do is literally join even just the first tier, Sam. Like just the first tier. Just go to, literally, you can click that link, especially if you're on iPhone. iPhone's a pain in the ass to do. Or you can click the money sign if you're on Android, and you literally just sign up. It's a month subscription. And I have 4 tiers, but again, as usual, the ones that I'm trying to push right now is the one to get into the Trauma Live. It's $1.99. I am not a trained psychiatrist. I'm not a trained psychologist. I'm not a trained therapist. I'm a fucked up middle-aged bitch with a lot of mental illness, a lot of trauma, a lot of stress, and I'm an empath. So the best that I can do is try to give somebody some support where they need it. I've had a lot of people tell me I'm the only live they watch, or they listen to me because they're lonely and they don't have anybody. Their husband's at work, their kids moved out, they're alone, whatever. And that sometimes listening to me is the only thing that gets them through. And so I want to kind of turn that around to where if people need a ear to listen to, number one, by the way, if for whatever reason you cannot afford this, absolutely 100%, hit me up in Messenger. We'll talk one-on-one. Hit me up in Messenger. I will literally talk to you one-on-one. I talk to people day in, day out. And by the way, for those of you who have that problem in the middle of the night, it's 2:00 in the morning and life is getting to you. That's my daytime. I get up 4 or 6 in the afternoon. I go to bed at 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. I am that person at 2:00 in the morning. You can call. You can call me. You thought Morbid was hard on me? Yeah. Me too. I got set up. This isn't about me making a buck. Trust me. Like I said, if that was the case, I wouldn't offer my DMs. I wouldn't offer the cheapest one I could that I'm going to see 60 cents on the fucking dollar for. It's to make the people who are in it just feel safer, essentially. It's almost 3 a.m. there. Nice. Yeah, I just sat and chilled, because here's the deal. If I dropped the box, I was going to be a pussy. And if I stayed in the box and ran my mouth, it wasn't going to look good either. So I just sat there and was like, okay, cool. I appreciate you. Well, I don't know what I see. I don't know. There's a bunch of shit going on with Morbid right now. All I know is I got on a panel. I didn't know who Morbid was. I checked the room beforehand. Everything seemed okay. I got on a panel. I feel like Starlight set me up, whatever. They call in Fancy. Fancy comes in steaming because Sarah's in her fucking ear that I've been on this panel the whole time talking shit. I'm like, go back and watch the live, bro. Like, what are you talking about? I have a diagnostic for BPD. I had, you're not green. I I have a diagnostic for BPD. Like I said, I am not mentally okay. Okay, I am not okay. And I just like to spread my not okayness with everybody else. Yeah, I've had people literally like cash at me. They're like, "Thank you for the therapy session. I'd rather pay you than a therapist." And I'm like, "Thank you." Like, all right. But no, so I have a myriad. We'll talk about that, however, in the live. What we're gonna do now is in about 2 minutes time, we're gonna close this live down. We're gonna start up a trauma live. And you guys can see how it works. And every trauma live is different. Every trauma live is different. We'll just say that. Sometimes we don't even have trauma. Sometimes we'll just bullshit for half an hour. Sometimes you just need to bullshit. You know what I mean? Sometimes they get really ugh. Like about 3 trauma sessions ago, I trauma dumped Danielle for like half an hour straight, like crying whole 9. It was awesome. But that just kind of happens. So for everybody that just joined, I really appreciate you guys. Even just subbing, if for any of you guys lurking here, I see I got 104 lurkers. If you guys could hit the like button, if you could hit the subscribe button, that right there is going to help. You know, I'm trying to build my brand over here on YouTube. I've built it over on TikTok. Between all of between my active TikToks, I have 160,000 followers. And I'm trying to kind of move over into the YouTube setting. I've done fairly decently. I've gotten 2,000 followers in about 5 months. Not awful. Not great. And I cannot seem to get my video content to do what I want on YouTube, but I guess it's a learning process. So anyways, what we're going to do now is we're going to head over there. So if you have a tier 1 or above, I will see you in our little jam session. And then I'm probably going to go live after that, possibly. So for everybody who is not going to join us, please check back. I might be back live again. And for those of you who are going to be here, I'll see you in a minute.